Alrighty. Let's see if this worked. I didn't see. No, thank you. I did not see a notification go out. Let's see. Your channel. Oh, okay. Looks like. Oh, looks like it's working. Hey, Evie, how are you doing? Change this to live chat. Hey, Evie, how are you doing? Oh, goodness, I gotta turn the sound off on here. Oh, I had a crazy day at work, but I thought I'd give this another shot. I'm hoping maybe by the weekend I can get the light leakage taken care of, but I have to order some curtains for it. What have you been up to today?
Yeah? What do you want?
Good, thanks. My mom's to clean her house today. Ah, cleaning. That always sounds like fun. I have an evening with the dogs tonight. So I thought I'd stream elements, spot running elements. What? What is stream elements doing? That's very weird. Well, my little lemon was very, very happy to see me when I came home and completely attacked me. So I gave him, I shared some banana and 2 little cherry tomatoes from my dinner with him. And then he got to eat his dinner and had a treat. My daughter's dog does not like any of the fruits and vegetables you can feed him, so he pretty much sticks to dog food and treats. This one I need to send to a plateware. I am happy to be home, and I'm very much looking forward to the long weekend. I'm actually kind of really excited because my gaming buddy is hopefully going to be able to help me do some test streaming this weekend. We'll probably try to check out Zoom and how I have it set up through Streamlabs so that I can see everybody and still use Streamlabs without broadcasting through Zoom. So we'll see how that goes. Plus, he and I always have a blast doing stuff in the game together. With these loading screens, they can take some time. Let's see, what else? What else did I do today? I don't know. I had a lot of stuff I had to get done for this is end of the month week at work, so I've got a lot of deadlines this week. I was listening to a case on the way home that happened in this area. I'm thinking I might do some research and try to do a video on it. So that might be interesting. Uh-oh, what kind of snake? I hope it's not one that gets huge. I should turn that down. Did you get a notification? Of course, I'm logged in on the wrong account, but not sure yet, sorry. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. I just know it's a question that my daughter would ask. Well, hello, M&M Mama. How are you? I hope you enjoy your really extra long weekend. I'm so jealous. Yeah, I'm sure you are. I hope you took some meds so you feel better. You sounded kind of bad. I didn't even know that you guys had been texting until after I got done eating my dinner, and I was like, what in the world is going on my phone? Your voice is going, yeah. I figured you were going to have that problem with the way you were sounding.
If you ever need any.
As long as it's back by Monday, you're okay. Well, not Monday, but Tuesday. I need to send it there. You did not sell that. I'm just glad work is over for the day. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't talk about Tuesday. Ugh. No, but I want you to be better by Tuesday. And for Tuesday's very far away till it gets here. I hope we get out early Friday. Yeah, you started your vacation not feeling well, though. Oh well. Stuff happens. I just hope you feel better. Last year it was 3:30. Did you already ask Amy, I guess, huh? I would be nice. I would take 3:30. Hell, I'd even take 4. Somebody left at 3 o'clock today. Didn't even say goodbye. So I guess it was on the down low. Or it was supposed to be. Father's Day is on Sunday for you? Holy cow. You guys are coming out of winter though, right?
What's up?
Uh-oh. Okay.
Have a good
That's
one.
not what I want. Oh. Uh, it's okay to say first names. I mean, I don't know how anybody would be able to know who that. I mean, you know, obviously if somebody recognizes me. I see. I don't understand why. Oh, I do know why. Because it updated. I bet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure she wasn't too happy with me either because I did a bunch of badges today. Oh, does she keep track too? Of when we got off last year? Who has time for that? Well, I guess some people do. Although I guess the emails won't drop off for 18 months if you let it go, if you let it stay there now. Especially now that we have more space. Huh. Well, that's good to know. That's probably what they're going to do is look at last year. It's probably what they've been doing, looking what happened last year. I think that's all I need to put in there. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about the weekend, though. Now I'm stuck on these steps. And I'm home alone with the dogs. Next week is the party. Yeah, a week from Saturday. I know. Psst. I know. I'm hoping my mother-in-law makes cake.
You break it, you buy it.
You'll break it, you'll buy it. Yep, and then be another week and then he'll be leaving. I know it's happening very fast. Although I still can't believe the whole wart issue. Good gravy. I feel like they need to give us a whole big old list of everything that we need to know in case something comes up between the time they enlist and the time they actually go into boot camp. I didn't know a wart was going to be so much trouble that I didn't even know about. auction's done and do something fun. It's pretty funny and typical. Right? Especially since it was just, oh, I'm in the middle of PT. Let me text you and tell you that I need to get in to see a doctor to have this wart looked at. And I'm like, what wart? Oh, it's on my finger. Well, how long have you had it? For 2 years, and you didn't think you needed to tell me? Oh, well, he wasn't doing anything. Our kids only get about 5 weeks off school in summer here from just before Christmas until the end of January. That's kind of weird to think about that being like summer. Because that's like Christmas break here. So it's like Christmas break and summer all wrapped up into one? Wow. That kind of boggles the mind. I don't know. I feel like this summer just whizzed right by. Wonder if this is still. I hear somebody beating drums in the game. Yes, funny. We really got Christmases. Yes, wrapped up in one. So is Easter is holiday for term break. Oh. So Easter is like spring break for us. Huh. That's kind of interesting to think about. I mean, my kids are homeschooled. Well, my son graduated. He's going to the military, but my daughter is being homeschooled still, and so she's kind of lucky because she can do breaks in different times. Although this year she's taking 3 classes somewhere, so she'll only get the normal breaks for those classes. So I guess Easter's like fall there then, huh? Guess the things we don't think about, people living all over the world. Yeah, well, I like to have snow for Christmas, but yeah, it's the same thing. Fall and autumn. But we don't always get snow for Christmas. Sometimes we get snow for Thanksgiving, though. Makes it fun to go shopping the day after. Uh-oh, you got mouths to feed. I guess that's why you charge so much to put the stuff on the auction house. Oh, I gotta order my standing desk too. Oh no, who's got the train? Oh, I gotta get the train wrecker. Toy box. Train. Train wrecker. I can't stand that sound. I was kind of mean to me, I guess, to break his toy, but it just keeps going on and on and on like the Energizer Bunny. I don't even know what's going on this week in the game either. What is the pet battles? Pet experience gained increased by 200%. Oh, that means that you can do PvP pet battles. Get package. I'll have to do that this weekend. I think that's it. Yeah. Go do the other one real quick. Evie, did you see Lisa's live yesterday when I was driving? And I saw your wrench over at Spicy. What is that guy's name? Spicy. Oh my goodness gracious. I was listening to something he did, one of his lives today. What's everything spicy? Yes, everything spicy. So did you get a kick out of that when I called in? I was the only time I was going to be able to go on her live was my drive, and everything seemed to like not work right. I guess live and learn was the first time I tried to go do it on my phone with Streamlabs or what is it, StreamYard. Let's see if I can get that reloaded. Yeah, my friend said that she enjoyed watching Up My Nose the whole time. So that was kind of that was kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. It's like I was driving, I couldn't see what it was doing. I wasn't paying attention. She goes, obviously. That was actually my friend that was in here. I think she's not in here right now. But she's off the rest of the weekend, so kudos to her, even though she's got some allergy, cold things going on right now. I hope she feels better tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't actually. I need to go back and watch it because I want to see what happened, but I haven't had a chance to yet. I have to talk to Lisa so that when I go officially and quit testing and go official, I kind of want to have her on on my channel. So I gotta try to find out when we can do that. I think that'll be fun. Who is Jordy Bob? Who is that? I don't know who he is. Seems like I heard somebody mention him before, but I've not come across his link or anything yet. Alright, now I can go do some gameplay. Yes, I know Classic WoW is live, and I'm not gonna play it at all till I start streaming it. I'll do it in sessions. I think I have an update too, don't I? I thought I saw a graphics card update, maybe not. What is this doing? Something seems to be amiss. Let me see. NVIDIA GeForce Experience. Oh, there it is. So I should have a whole nother round of stuff to do here. Oh, you just found him last night? He's in England. Let me look him up while we are here chatting. G-O-R-D-I. What did you say? Bob. Okay, Jordy Bob. Let's see. Well, looking up, Jordy Bob did not bring up a channel with that name. Is that the channel's name? Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, there is a new driver from today. I will download it tomorrow. They'll probably have a fix for it tomorrow. Lingtron 7000. Oh, I got the present. Rotten food. Really? Rotten food doesn't sound like a very good present. I don't think. Seriously. If I give you the ability, can you link his channel for me in the chat? I can, I can make you a moderator so you can share the link so I can see it. Because if I type, maybe, did I not spell it right? Because I think I did Geordie. Yeah, if you have the link, though, that would be great. Recently mailed. Send that one to. Plateware. Send these. No, no worries. I'm just trying to get my game chores done. So I want to go do some world bosses and check on the dailies and trying to make sure that I don't overheat this because one of the things I want to eventually do is a 24-hour stream when I get monetized someday, 5 years down the road. Nah, hopefully it won't take me that long, but you never know. Jelly magic. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the right button. That's a mail. Piece of gear. It's an ugly pair of pants, to be quite honest. But I guess beggars can't be choosers. Oh, not all. It's recently mailed. This and this. This. Send this all. Get my pockets emptied. Jelly magic. And then trying to empty these bags. It's not going very fast. I wish it was a faster endeavor here. I also put that in the mailbox. Not in the mailbox, the bank. I should be good to go on
May
this
your
one.
feet find good trails.
Trying to think of something good to talk. I had nothing interesting happen today. Just, so much work today. Didn't even hardly talk to my kids today. And they're off at a meeting for the youth group. Why, what happened? Did something happen to her? See, this is the problem when, like, I don't, let me see if she's, she hasn't gotten on the game in a day. Did she have a doctor's appointment or something, or a procedure? Now you have me worried. Because obviously I didn't get to go live last night because I was on Lisa's and then I had a meeting, and when I got home I pretty much went to bed. I can put this in this. Where'd it go? I think I'm good. Bungus, Among Us, and Tadpole Terror. Let's see what the dailies today. Oh, that's not where the portals are. That's the bank. Go to Silver Moon. We'll fly to Undercity. I feel like game sound might be a little too loud. There you go. Some places are louder than others, I guess. I had to go to sleep last night and miss out on some live streams. I know, but why did you say you hope Mrs. Roger Rabbit is okay? Was something going on? I mean, you know, when I go to bed at night, I don't watch any live streams. I watch my investigation, discovery, and court shows that I record while I'm at work. Ow. Man, my shoulder's itching. What? Oh, that's... Oh. I didn't know those were tameable griffins. Oh, I feel like something bit my shoulder. Or stung it. Not that I know of, I guess she's just busy on... Oh. I'm sure.
Glory to the Sindorai.
I hope so, anyway. I try not to assume that when people aren't around that there's something wrong. Because I don't really like to think that something not good is happening. I don't know what in the world's going on with my shoulder. Oh, my doggy is so cute. If only I could show you what I'm seeing. When I get the webcam, I should be able to. When I finally make up my mind which one I want to get. But I think I'm getting one that'll clip on to my laptop monitor or the other monitor, and then I would be able to just hold it, show you the puppy. Yeah, I try not to, people that I like or care about, I try not to assume something terrible has happened. Although, if my husband's late, I tend to think, oh my gosh, he's had a wreck, da da da. But I try not to do that generally with people. I just, figure they have other things going on. It's like sometimes I might get on every night and play this game, at least for a little bit, every night for a week, and then I might go 4 days before I can get on it again. And, well, it's like I hadn't live streamed since Friday. I think it was Friday. Saturday, I waited for Lisa and Casbat. Maybe I did Sunday. Maybe I did one Sunday. Did I do? No, I don't think I did one Sunday. That's why I wanted to make sure I got some testing in today. I have a different drink today, too. I don't know if you can see what that says. Maybe. It's Sicilian. It's organic black tea with a hint of Sicilian lemon and honeysuckle. It's really good. Someday Pure Leaf should sponsor me. Because I like drink 3 different varieties of their tea. I was on Lisa's on Sunday. Yeah. See, if I know Lisa or Casbat is doing a live, yeah, I wouldn't go live. And yep, maybe once I get to the point where I can have enough people subscribed and watch hours so that I can get monetized, then maybe that'll start happening. I really want to start working on making videos. I have a couple of case ideas for, true crime videos. I think at my son's party next Saturday, I'm going to try streaming on my phone and see how that works, because I just got everything, I think, set up on my phone. I think I'm going to do a test run then. Oh, it wasn't Saturday they did it. They did it on Sunday. You're right. What did I do Saturday? I don't remember. I'm getting old and forgetful, evidently. Yeah, we're having a big going away party for him at the park. And so I figure at least at the park there'll be pretty things that I can walk around and show and stuff, and uh, give it a good test. So we'll see what happens. Because I'm planning on, I think in November my phone will be an upgrade available, and I'm going to try to do that because I want to be able to have as good a quality video as I can filming with it and streaming with it until I told my husband I want to get a GoPro. Reason why I want to get a GoPro is I kind of can be an all-in-one thing for me, because it can go in the water, and I plan on going to the property a lot next year, and that way I can, video and give me some stuff to learn my editing skills that I don't have yet. have lots of ideas. I just have to figure out how to bring them to fruition. The first thing I want to do is get all my stuff set up in this room. And the next thing I need to do is order my standing desk. And after I do that, I'll work on getting my mic and webcam so that I'll have a better webcam than what's built into the laptop, and I'll have an actual boom arm mic. So I'm hoping that it'll sound better. It'll be easier to upgrade equipment once I can get some monetization going. But golly, they have like a high threshold there for that. A family I follow, see the C's got GoPro and put it in his van. His name is Dan, so they call it Dan Van Cam. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. I like that.
What is it?
See, we like to fish and camp and, uh, you know, a lot of outdoor stuff. And I figure if the GoPro is waterproof, then, when we're stuck in the rain or whatever, I'd still be able to film, and I don't have to worry about like having this camera for this and this camera for this, and that's just too expensive. I work for a living and I have children to support, so what is this one? Some like flies with that. Ugh. This is the bugs on the meat. Blah. But it's an easy quest. So we'll go get this. So you must follow a lot of people, huh? I have lots. I mean, I am subscribed to a lot of them, but I don't watch very many of them all the time. It seems like this is not here. Shoot. See, and I have to try to come up with a plan on getting my 1,000 subs. If I get my 1,000 subs, I figure the 4,000 hours of watch time will come. And the more I can, get some lives out there for people to watch and, you know, figure out how to, well, I'm going to get Adobe and I'm just going to do their suite, I think, to start off with, and figure out how to do some video editing so that I can make some videos, and that'll help get the watch time. But I need the subscribers first, and I'm sure it'll come all in due time. But it doesn't seem to me like seems like to me YouTube is more friendly to people who have already gotten to a decent size and upload regularly, because getting your videos pushed out is kind of difficult. You have to you have to use certain tags, and then they keep changing their algorithm, and every time they change that, and then you got to worry about being accidentally demonetized once you get to that point, and and then of course the people people that either get obsessed with you and then hate you, or people that just generally hate you. Uh-oh. My doggy is dreaming. And I don't know. You'd think that YouTube could be a little friendlier. I mean, honestly, playing this game and streaming it, so much more friendly on Twitch to do it, honestly, in like the fact that you can have music, you can have people um, putting music in the queue. Like you can use Spotify to do that. There's different music lists you can do that with. They don't care about any of that stuff. It's very easy to get partnered. You just have to hit a certain amount of followers, and you have to have like, I don't know, an average of 3 or 4 people watching you. I don't understand why YouTube makes it so difficult for preventing depression. I don't understand that either. I mean, yeah, well, so I know that they YouTube really started changing things when there was some really big names, and I believe that two of the names included in that were Coke and Nike, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on that. But I know they were big companies like those companies, and um, they were like, we don't want to advertise with you anymore because we found our ads. Basically, their consumers were telling them, hey, your ads are running on these like um, white supremacist, videos, or some cult extremist type video, and they don't want their stuff on that. Well, okay, fine, but in order to counteract that, they punish they punish all the creators because they change their algorithm. High headshot. Thank you. Um, they change the algorithm um, so that people who shouldn't be demonetized get demonetized. And I mean, there's a lot of gamers that I've seen. Um, their YouTube channels get demonetized, and then right, right, and well, and we saw it accidentally happen to Carolyn too. But it's happened across the board. Every time they change the algorithm, there's like a huge group of basically false flags. So people are getting demonetized when they really shouldn't be. Well, okay, so how is that punishing the people that you're trying to uh, uh, the people that you're trying? I mean, your advertisers don't want on these extremist channels, and that's completely understandable. But there is a way they could have changed it instead of changing the algorithm, so you have all these random people getting demonetized for no reason. They could have said, okay, instead we're going to run, this algorithm this way, and we're going to categorize these, everybody's videos into certain things, and then, you tell us what kind of things you do and don't want your videos on. Right, the little channels get punished. And now it's to the point that you make a video, and let's say, you've got 10 subscribers. You make a video, and okay, so that notification for that video gets pushed out to those 10 people. Whether it gets pushed any farther than that is based on how many of those 10 people watch your video, how much of your video they watch, um, if they click, the like button or make a comment. All of those things go into uh, whether or not it gets pushed out any further. If it doesn't get pushed out any further, well then, okay, you're going to have possibly 10 views on that video. So you have to, as a, because I've done a bunch of research before I even started doing this testing because I wanted to know what kind of wall I was up against. And it's really hard to get your videos pushed out, even going live. Used to they had like this gaming section, and that's, you could like click that section on YouTube, and all those people were live streaming. But now, the only way you're finding out people that are live are the people that you're subscribed to, or the people that YouTube is pushing out there because, their stuff's really popular and they're getting a lot of engagement from the people that watch their videos. And I have to be honest, when I'm on my main page on YouTube and I'm looking for a video to watch and I'm looking to see if anybody's live, and I scroll down to that section where, it says live, and it doesn't even always have that section there. There's maybe 7 people there. Now, you know that at any given time there's more than 7 people live streaming. Right. Well, one of the things, that's why they tell you, like a lot of these channels that are trying to help smaller YouTubers figure out this path that you need to take. One of the things they tell you is when you make a video, make sure you're telling people, whether it be you're verbally telling them, at the beginning or some part at the beginning or at the end of the video. But typically you want it at the beginning because some people don't watch all the way till the end. So if you get them in that first portion of the video that most people are going to watch to see if they're interested, maybe you can convince them to subscribe and hit the like button. And that's why it's really important for people to hitting the subscribe button, obviously, if they're interested in your channel in general. But for that particular video, right. Right. And like last night, she sent out 3 videos. Well, I'm not up when she does her lives. The only time I can ever catch her is on the weekend. But, uh, like last night, because I listened to it this morning, she was saying that nobody got her notification. Well, that was because there is this 3 notification limit per YouTuber that per day. So if you're subscribed to Carolyn and she uploads 4 videos and does a live stream within the same day, you're only going to get 3 notifications. By the time, if her live stream is the last thing that comes out, you're not going to see, none of her people, none of them are going to see the notification for her live stream. Now, one of the things that they tell you on Twitch, like on Twitch, you have like a page, and a page that looks like a mini website. See, YouTube, the way that when you go to somebody's channel is set up is not, it's not very it's not very visual. It's not visually appealing, and your information about your channel is on a tab that's at the very end of this list of tabs at the top of the thing. Who clicks on that about tab? Probably very little. Probably 10% of people, maybe. It is. I actually looked that up the first time I heard it, and it was from a gamer. And they said it was, oh, they changed it, and it's 3 notifications per YouTuber per day. So yeah, so like Carolyn, if she wants people to get, which kind of punishes Carolyn. Okay, she's got a fairly decent sized channel, but why are we punishing um, people that are at her level? Why is YouTube punishing people at her level of popularity when, if she, in order for everybody to get the notifications for the live that night, she should have only put out 2 videos, done her live, and then put out the other 2 videos, and then she wouldn't be able to put out another video until after she did her live that night. Like, that's silly. They want the YouTubers to upload constantly, because obviously the more you upload, the more they're going to push your stuff around, because you're going to get more engagement, just because numbers is going to get you more engagement because you have more videos out there. People eventually are going to search for something that pops your video up to them. However, you're punishing people who, you know, can some days put out 5 videos, whether it be 4 videos on a live or 3 videos on a live, or, you know, why would you do that? I don't understand. Because people who are monetized like that, or, I don't know that Lisa's gotten herself monetized yet, but, Casbat or whoever, like, people who are monetized like that, they're getting ad revenue for YouTube. Why would you limit how much money you're making off these creators? It makes no sense. I sometimes look at the about before I subscribe. Right, I do too, but most people don't. I guarantee you, most people don't. They'll start watching one of your videos and they'll go, "Oh, yeah, that person, I can understand them. They sound, pretty decent. I like their topics," and they'll subscribe and probably, go to watch them later. But I guarantee you, most people are not hitting that about tab. Really. Oh, yeah, but it's possible that because they've been around for a while and they've got so much engagement, and they could be timing it just right. I mean, they could know the secret. I don't know. Because once you get up to that, I don't know. I know at least when you get to 100,000 subscribers, I think, you start getting a person that you can communicate with. And then the more you get, like, I know once you get to 1 million subscribers, like, you'll get a person that you actually physically can communicate with, talk to, and get advice from, and they'll tell you what's going on. But, how long these days does it take a little bitty channel starting out at 0 to get all the way up to that 1 million subscriber mark now? Used to, it didn't take as long. Now you have to get lucky, really, and get something to go viral to get there fast. And then you have the YouTubers that are completely, they're not making content that they like or enjoy. They're just looking, they're out there for the money, and so they go, okay, this is popular. I have a chance of this going viral if I can, make a video under this topic, um, with these, tag marks, so that, I can try to get this video to go viral because I want to hurry up and get, 50,000 subs or 100,000 subs or whatever their goal is. Then you have all those BS channels that are going and taking other people's videos, downloading them, and uploading them as their own so they can, make money that they shouldn't be able to make. I don't know. I think there has to be a better way for YouTube to keep the advertisers happy and still be more friendly to their creators. I mean, because there are some people out there that are working really hard to make their channels and their communities, really great things. And then, sometimes then they feel like YouTube is stepping on them every time they change the way things are being done. And I don't think it's fair. And then, you have the issue of the bullying that goes on, and the stalking, and people trying to, destroy your channel. Those kind of people are out there too, and they're running around and getting away with that stuff too. But yet, innocent channels are getting demonetized because they don't have enough human beings to see all of the things that have gotten marked for demonetization, and instead of, before that actually happens, going and checking the channel to make sure it's not a false flag, they just demonetize it. And then you're waiting forever for them to go in and physically look at your channel. And then when you get remonetized, you're losing money. I mean, you're losing money. They've already, screwed you out of money. And that's not right either. I wish I knew what the answer was and what the happy medium was for sure, but seriously, there has to be a better way of doing it. And YouTube still make their money and still be able to have, new and upcoming creators not having to have such a difficult time kind of getting their jump start. Sorry, I kind of went on a little tirade there, but it's kind of, I kind of get frustrated when I see the things that happens to some of the channels that I've watched, and some of the gaming channels I've watched for years and years. And since I've been trying to get my channel going, I haven't watched them as much. But one of the things that I have always tried to do is channels that I really want to help support, I subscribe to them, I hit the bell notification, and I go in and at least like their video. Just because that's something simple and easy that I can do even if I don't have time, to completely watch their video, to help, push their video out there so that, they can continue to grow, because that's what YouTubers are out there for. I mean, you're setting goals for yourself, and part of that goal that you're going to set for yourself is to grow to some number. And then when you reach that number, you're going to set another goal, which is, hopefully going to be better and not, hopefully there aren't people out there going, okay, I've got 1 million subscribers. Let's see how fast I can get down to 500,000. Hopefully that's not going on. I guess it could be if somebody's a little unstable, but the general direction people want to go is more. Because the more people you have, the more engagement you have, the more your videos get out there, the more that whatever your goal is, you can make more money, you can build a bigger community, you can do more good things, whatever it is that your goal is with your channel. Just like one of the YouTubers that I gamer YouTubers, World of Warcraft specifically gamer YouTubers that I've been watching for a few years anyway. She just recently started streaming on Twitch. Now, when she started, she just made videos. She was really well known for her pet guides and pet battle guides. And then, her channel started growing. She became very popular. She started, branching out and doing other things. And she started live streaming. But she, was like, I'm only gonna stream on YouTube. And people would come in, oh, but you're gonna get so many more viewers if you go over to Twitch, live streaming the game. She's like, but all my stuff, my channel, my everything, that I've built is here on YouTube. I should stay on YouTube. But she started streaming on Twitch, and I have to say, I would have to believe it's because she has the opportunity to grow her stream fan base more easily on Twitch and make more money. You can engage better with your audience on Twitch when you're live streaming. But the huge difference between YouTube and Twitch, and why there's still way more people on YouTube, is because YouTube is the largest search engine in the world. So there are more people looking for things on YouTube. So unless you already have a strong base on YouTube that you can move at least a chunk of those people over to Twitch with you so that you can build your Twitch up, but then you are kind of still starting all over again, uh, trying to build up an audience over there in a completely different platform, and then trying to come back to YouTube and make your videos that you can post, because Twitch is only about live streaming. You can't upload videos. And I would think if I was YouTube, I would rather not have those people moving over to Twitch. I would rather figure out what it is I could do. I think I gotta go to the fishing guy. I would rather keep those people on YouTube and continue getting ad revenue off those people and just build a better platform for live streaming. There's no reason why they couldn't um, allow the engagement that happens on uh, Twitch to happen on YouTube. There's no reason why they, and I know that they would say, well, you know, the ad revenue, we can't let you stream music and stuff because of the ad revenue. Okay, but they could separate live streaming from the uploading of videos and let those two things be kind of separate things. And if you want to post your, I mean, because what YouTube does now, if you play music in the background in your live stream, when that VOD gets, you know, finished and goes out there, they mute it. They mute it so there's no sound. Well, instead of doing that, what they could do is say, okay, we're before it goes out there as public, you know, make them all private. You can go in there, edit it, put voiceover, put YouTube music that's allowed, whatever in the background, you know, for your live stream play. And then the advertisers wouldn't be upset about that. I mean, I follow quite a few channels that have huge numbers of millions and millions of subscribers, and they don't have problem getting pushed out there and getting engagement. Although even some of them are starting to have more problems with it. Every time they update the oh, I should have went and done my farm. The more that they change the algorithm, the less even their stuff gets pushed out there to everybody, and it's kind of sad because it shouldn't be that way. A vlog, just put a vlog up, Italian style zucchini. Did she make it in her Instapot? I didn't get to look at that cheesecake one she did yet. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I see it. I see the notification for it. I don't know. I hope that streaming on YouTube becomes easier, because I have to be honest, if I get to the point where I'm monetized and there's a lot of people that like want to come and play the game with me and be on the stream like with the gameplay, that's one of the things that, you know, I have in the back of my head, that I might have to look at, you know, taking that to Twitch at some point. Not sure that cheesecake looked nice. I would be really sick if I ate some cheesecake as I have dietary intolerance. Well, I love cheesecake, so I would definitely eat your piece for you. How's that? You know that guy that came in here, he came in here only to advertise his channel. But I don't know how he found me, so that's kind of an interesting thing, isn't it? I wish people had a little bit better manners, though.
Greetings.
Like, see, if I was going to a channel to try to
I hope to see you again.
get myself some exposure, I would just go in there and engage with the people in the chat, because I would think that should be enough. I mean, if you have a personality that people, you know, like, they're probably, at some point gonna look at your channel. Maybe. No worries. Go enjoy vacuuming. I don't know if I'll stay on very much longer anyway, because I only have an hour left. But we'll see. I guess I could. I could message Mrs. Roger Rabbit, make sure that everything's okay. Since I can message her on here. There we go. At least that's a message that I'll get a notification for if I see it. Let's see what happens when I land here. Go and see kind of vermin are in my farm. I don't think I have. Everything should be clear. Everything is cleared. That's good. Do, do, do. And let's see. Looks like I have to go buy some seeds too. No, I don't want to do that. That's a waste of time. We need to be about efficiency at this stage of the game. And
Looking to buy?
not really. Yes, I am. I actually would like to buy some snake root seeds, please. Oh, he has pretty green on his wings. Get up there. All right, fine. I think I will win this battle. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of these. Well, let's see if we can get this done quickly, so I can go and maybe be something if those mounts were to drop off those bosses. I'd like to do one round before I go to bed. Would be good. And the dogs are being lovely. They're not barking. They're just sleeping. Guess they're pooped out. I don't know why they're pooped out. All they do is eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom and play. But I guess that takes a lot out of you. Let's see. I hate these vines. Go away, vine, go away. Well, you were easy to deal with. Oh, there's another one. I'll shoot you too. What does that even say? Pull, pull. Goodness gracious, you go out in your garden and you pull a weed like boom, bloop. This, you have to like bang on the key like 5 times. I don't think that's very realistic. What is that? Oh, yeah. I don't think I have any. Nope. Nothing to turn in for rep. Let's go over here and see if we can't do a world boss kill on Galleon. I still need his mount. After all these years. I don't know why only one of these mounts has dropped for me. But I guess that's the way it goes. Somebody is up there flying. It's an alliance. It's a night elf hunter. Killer Ones Jenkins. That's interesting name. Treasure ahead. Need friends. Oh, I guess that's what you do if you need friends. You put signs in the middle of nowhere and hope that somebody comes along and reads that sign, and by the time they do, nobody is there, and so you still don't get to make any friends. It's an interesting thought process there. This music is good. This area has pretty good music. Oh, yes. Astral Cloud Serpent. Oh, I'll just get on my rocket. And we'll see. Well, it looks like everything's working well, and luckily the sun went down, so the glare went away. Except for up the wall back there. I'm going to have to think about doing something with that. Although I'm hoping everything is set up, I won't have to use the overhead light. But we'll see. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Well, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bosses to do. That's going to take an hour if they all take 15 minutes to spawn. So we'll see what happens. This is floating totem. Lone wolf. Mana diving stone. Angler's water strider. Hey, Jennifer Tonks, how you doing? I had Evie in here, but she had to go vacuum, so she had to leave me talking to myself. All I have is the sleeping dogs here with me right now. But I think mine got up to go move. Yep, looks like he went to move. I hope you had a good day today. Sitting here waiting for a boss to spawn so I can have a chance at a mount. Yeah, I'm in a much better place now that since I've been home, because work was kind of crazy. Work will be crazy the rest of the week. It's the end of month, so I have lots of stuff I have to make sure I try to get done, and I have to get it all done before Friday, and then Friday rolls around, and then there's like not a lot I can do. But that makes Friday less stressful, and hopefully we'll get off early Friday for the holiday. So do you have a topic you want to talk about? I went on a tirade about YouTube and their algorithm when Evie was in here. You know, generally I don't mind working, and I like what I do. The problem is right now, we deal with importing, and with the tariffs right now, it's just making things very difficult. It's making a lot of work for some people and no work for other people in the office, and so some people are really bored and other people are really busy, and I'm pretty busy. That's not really the bad part for me, but people, they're just not in good moods because there's so much stress and things going on with that. But it makes for some days are okay because like people are in okay moods, and then other days like half the people are in bad moods. I love watching these people disappear. They land, they land, you think they're going to sit there and wait for the boss, and then they disappear. It's kind of funny. I keep telling my husband if he'd win the lottery, I could retire. Yeah, you're still here. Yeah, yeah. But I have a long time before I can retire. I don't know. We probably won't even have any Social Security by the time I retire. I'll have to hope my kids have good careers so they can take care of me. Nah, hopefully it won't be that bad. But you never know. Or maybe by then I'll have this ginormous YouTube career, and then I won't have to worry about it. I can sit at home and make a ton of money. No, we don't. No, they. Very rarely does anybody. My husband works for a union, and right now they still have pensions. But yeah, no, I've never worked for a place that did pensions. I mean, I have 401k, but I mean, I have investments and stuff, but it's it's not enough. God forbid you get terribly sick. I don't know that it ever is enough. So, are you on a phone or on a computer? I'm always interested to get how people think this layout works depending on what they're using. In the UK, we pay into it either through work or private. Yeah, see, here we don't have that. I didn't realize you were in the UK, but okay, so that makes sense because I know you guys pay into a pension fund and then, right, it takes care of you when you retire. Here it's not like that. So it's now people that are in unions. Oh, does it look pretty good on an iPad? I don't know. I haven't looked at it on my iPad. I have my mobile phone up, and I can obviously see it in Streamlabs, but I know that Streamlabs isn't even. Well, Streamlabs screen is about what the default view is on the website. But here, if you're in a union, they do pensions. Some of them still do. And then, uh, right. So here, like my husband, where he works, he is completely vested for I don't know whatever the max percentage of his pay he'll get for pensions. Now that's of course if they still have money to pay out pensions by the time he retires. But and then if something happens to him, I would inherit it. But um, if you're not in a union, some places will offer a 401k or something. Well, most of them are 401ks. Some of them will be like other minor investment things, but it's not something that um, it usually the employer, if they have them, they'll pay in so much. It's part of your benefits. They'll pay a percentage of like up to a certain point of what you do. So like I don't know 1 or 2% of what you put in, up to like you putting in I don't know somewhere between 9 and 12% of your pay. But all that is an investment. You kind of choose how the investment goes, and you can. It's always possible that you could lose that money. Um, I mean, typically you don't, but obviously in bad years you kind of end up low on the lower end, and then you might have good years where you make more. But then there are, I mean, a lot of places you work they don't have 401ks or anything like that. So, if people are not on their own, investing in their own things, they have nothing. I mean, my mother-in-law, she has no kind of. I mean, yeah, other than Social Security, that's it. When she retires, and that's based off of how much money you've made because everybody who makes a paycheck, they pay into the Social Security, but it's. I mean, if you you collect Social Security, it's not enough to live on in most cases. He took out some things when we were shaky here and reinvested. Yeah, that was probably a smart thing. I just, I mean, my husband and I, we have money set aside, but, uh, and invested in stuff. But I, so when you retire, you don't like keep your medical insurance like that you had. So your medical insurance goes to the government, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it's called, and you're kind of at their mercy. And if you get really sick and you have to have a bunch of stuff or you have to go to a nursing home, it's really expensive, and it'll eat up your um, retirement fund like really easy. I mean, my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and it was thousands of dollars a month for her to be in the nursing home, and she was there for 5 years. Yeah, and I'm not worried about it right now because my husband, we're on his health plan right now, and it's really good. Like, we don't pay for anything. We go to the doctor, we don't pay the copay because his company puts into a health savings account, so I don't even pay that. My daughter, she went to the hospital to get stitches in her chin one time. We didn't pay a dime. That everything was taken care of. But if he retires, he doesn't have that insurance anymore. Then we have to either buy our own medical plan, which, they're really expensive, or you get your Medicaid and or Medicare. I think it's Medicare. I think Medicaid is for um, unemployed people and stuff. Then uh, you have to buy a supplement so that maybe everything will be covered, but it still doesn't cover everything, depending on what ailments you have. I wish that they would
Welcome.
get the cost of healthcare here down. That's really the biggest problem. The cost of everything is so high. Yeah. Well, look, for instance, my daughter, she had to get 2 stitches in her chin. She tripped and fell. She was opening um, with metal dog cages that we kept. Um, well, we still have the cages, but the one dog we used to have, we ended up having to put him down last year. But um, she went to open the cage so he could come out, so she could let him outside because they would sleep in those cages. And she fell, she tripped. I don't know what happened, but anyway, she fell, and her chin hit that cage door, and when they cut the metal for those cage doors, evidently, like they cut them so that they're at an angle so they're sharp, and it jabbed into her chin. She needed 2 stitches. Went in there, filled out all the paperwork, gave them the insurance card and everything. I didn't end up having to pay anything, but then later I get a letter from the insurance company saying what they covered, which was all of it, but it was like $2,800 for her to go in there and get a shot and 2 stitches. I mean, it took the doctor literally less than 10 minutes to do that, and it was $2,800. It would have cost if you'd have just Well, that was with the insurance cost. I don't know what it would have cost if you'd had to walk in there and paid cash. Just absolutely ridiculous. Where used to, you could go into your doctor's office and the doctor would have, numbed the area and stitched it up. But now the doctors can't do stitches in the doctor's office because of their malpractice insurance. It's just stupid. Oh, it was terrible. I took her, right. And then, like, instead of taking your kid to the doctor's office where they know the people, like, you're taking them into this big hospital like it's some big ordeal. And we get in there and like, we waited way longer for the doctor to get there to give her. And all he did, he got there, he said hi, he looked at her chin, he gave her this shot that must have been extremely painful because she had not cried or anything up till that point. He put this shot in her chin and just tears were just pouring down her eyes. And it took everything I had to not start bawling. And, like, stitch, stitch, boom, she was done. That was the end of it. And then she had to go back to her regular doctor to get the stitches out. Well, those doctors all learn how to put stitches in, so I don't know why that little thing couldn't have been stitched up by her doctor. I mean, it's not like we went into an operating room that was completely sterile from top to bottom. And that was a whole 5 hour ordeal. If we could have just. And not only was it a 5 hour ordeal that, between waiting in the waiting room and everything, but all these, because it was kind of almost winter time, all these sick people were in there, like coughing and hacking and people getting sick. And oh, dear Lord. I kept thinking, she's liable to have a bigger problem than the 2 stitches she needs in her chin. She'll probably catch something from one of these people. It's too much politics. It's really. The pharmaceutical companies have been allowed to run amok here, and that's why we're in the predicament we're in. I truly believe that that's one of the biggest culprits. Because pharmaceutical companies, they go into doctors and they say, you know, we'll give you this if you prescribe this kind, our medicine over somebody else's medicine, and we'll give you this deal and we'll do this. And then they get all these perks. They get trips, they get whatever. And they're not supposed to do all that stuff, but it happens. It's kind of like politicians. There's too much under the table dealings going on. And it's pretty sad. I sit around all the time at lunch time with a couple of the ladies that I eat with normally every day, and like, we could solve the whole world problems right there. Just all it takes is people being honest, being kind, and doing the right thing. Some of it is so easy to fix, and the people who would get in there and fix it are never going to get elected because they'll never get enough money because it's all about the money at this point. And I don't know. At some point, it's going to have to right itself because it's going so far down the wrong path. these people are sitting here arguing. Yeah, well, I don't know where I haven't gotten too many people into my lives yet all at one time. I usually some people from work will get in, but if they're busy, they're not going to get in. My one friend was in here earlier, but she's not feeling well. Evie was in here, but she had to go vacuum. Mrs. Roger Rabbit usually pops in, but I don't know where she's at. I haven't seen her. And I haven't gone live on this channel to do a test because I'm technically only testing at this stage. I'm not really going to go full force until after my son leaves for the military in a couple weeks. But Lisa dropped in the other night, but it's just kind of hit and miss. And I don't know if it's the time frame for me or them or what. Yeah, right. It's almost 8:30 at night here for me. So, and I go to bed at 9 o'clock on work nights. Now Friday nights, well, actually last Friday night, I don't remember who was in here and I was talking with, and something happened. Oh, I know what happened. My laptop overheated and shut down, and so the stream went out. And then I came back and I started up a new stream because I didn't want them to think something happened to me. There's a 6 hour difference between the UK and where I'm at. Because it's 6 hours. Casbat and Loopy Lisa, I am 6 hours difference from them. Because I'm Central Time. I think it's 5 hours from Eastern Time. But I came back on and Evie came in and I said, well, I just wanted to come back and say, that like nothing terrible happened to me. And Carolyn was going live. And so I was like, well, I'm shutting down because Carolyn's going live. But I don't want to interfere with her stuff. Yeah, it's 6 hours from here to there. So what are you doing up at 2:30 then? Are you an insomniac or a night owl? Gosh, I'm not having any luck. I really would like one of those two mounts, and neither one of them want to drop for me.
What's your lucky do? Good fortune.
I slept a lot today. Oh, yeah. I didn't get that luxury. I was at work. They don't let me sleep at work. Although I could have used a nap. Actually, probably half of us could have used a nap. I woke up. I think it was like 1:38 when I looked at the time because I guess my husband got in bed. I'm gonna guess, if I had to guess, somewhere between 1 and 1:30. And I think it triggered me to stretch or something. But anyway, I was like going like this. I know I was because I felt my hand, like this part of my hand, hit his nostrils, and, and he blurted out and he said, "He's like the third night in a row. Why are you hitting my forehead?" And I'm still kind of, not all the way awake, and I'm like, that was not your forehead. That was your nose. And he says, no, it was my forehead. And I said, I'm thinking to myself, when did you grow nostril holes in your forehead? Because I know that I felt your nose on my hand. And I don't know. And he went back to sleep. And then I laid there for a while and couldn't go back to sleep. And I went to the bathroom and came back and was listening to some program. And I started to fall asleep. And then I had a hot flash, and then I couldn't go back to sleep because I was sweating and I couldn't get cooled off. And I have no idea when I finally fell asleep. And then the next thing I know, my alarm was going off to go to work. So it was just one of those nights, I guess. I, s- I, s- I told the ladies at work about me hitting him with my hand, and they were like, "Well, that's kind of funny." And I said, "Well, obviously he doesn't have, I hope, nose holes all of a sudden in his forehead." Oh, my husband, you know, honestly, I don't even know that he actually snores anymore. What I wake up to is he does this popping of his lips, or it sounds like he's trying to blow a balloon up or blow bubbles. Uh, and if he would stay up on his side, it would never happen. But what happens is I end up waking up hearing these funky noises, and I look at him, and his pillow is like here, and his head is over here, and hello. And then of course one night, so if he's in a certain way, I can roll him up, kind of nudge him, and he'll roll up on his side, and he'll stop snoring, so I can at least get back to sleep before he starts in again. Well, one night I kind of just nudged him a little bit, and he he got up on his side, and he just kept rolling right off the bed. And that's what mine does. Whenever he's making noises or snoring, he's on his back. And the one night he ended up, he just kept rolling onto the floor, and he looked at me. He goes, "Why'd you push me out of bed?" I said, I did not push you out of bed. I said, "I was just trying to get you to stop snoring, and you just kept rolling out of the bed. I can't help it." So he just got back in bed and went back to sleep. I don't think he snored the rest of the night, though. I don't remember getting up again that night. But, and it's like once he wakes me up, and he used to blurt out stuff going on in his dreams, and it was usually like he was playing poker in his dream, and he'd be like calling out stuff. Now, when he calls out stuff, it seems like it must be something going on at work, because he's talking about loads and I don't know, orders and stuff like that. So it must be work. And then I can't get back to sleep if he starts snoring. Drives me insane. He probably needs one of those CPAP machines. But goodness, if I could ever get him to go do one of those sleep tests, that'd be a miracle. What I don't understand is sometimes he's really quiet, and then what causes him to start in? I have no clue. That lip popping thing that he does, and this morning, the alarm went up off this morning. I get up, I turn the light on, I go to the bathroom, I turn the light on in there, and I leave those two lights on because I'm going back and forth between the two rooms. And I come back, and I'm putting on my pants, and all of a sudden he's popping his lips again. And I said, "Seriously? You just, not even 5 minutes ago, you said something to me, and now you're sleeping and popping your lips again?" And he goes, "I guess so." I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. I, I doubt that. Yeah, I highly doubt that. I don't know. I think it's just he's set a certain way. His head is a certain way, and he's breathing in his nose and out his mouth, and it's popping his lips, and I don't know why he does that. I don't know. Maybe I'm the odd one because I don't do that. I don't know. I just breathe through my nose, unless it's clogged up because I have a cold or something. Right. I don't know. It's something though. Oh dear Lord. Yeah. Right. Well, it's kind of funny because so my son he sleeps really hard. I mean, like the alarm and stuff will wake him up now. It wouldn't used to. But when he was really little, like he wouldn't even wake up to go to the bathroom. Like he would just I had to have him wear pull-ups for a while because a while longer than he was potty trained because he just literally would not wake up and go to the bathroom. He just would go. And my daughter, on the other hand, she will sleep through things. Like the smoke detector was going off because
Time is money, friend.
the battery was going dead, so it was doing that like beep beep beep, and then it was like a period of time where it wasn't doing anything, and then it was like beeping 3 times again. And my son heard it, we all heard it. She slept right through it, and when I asked her the next morning, "Did you hear that?" "No." I thought, "Oh, good Lord." Yes, my daughter's still at 39, sleeps through all. My son at 47, still very light sleeper. Huh. Well, my kids are only, my son's almost 19, and my daughter is 14. Going on 25, probably, in her head. I don't know how I'm already getting uh, trolls. That's kind of funny. I had one guy came in just to advertise his website. Now this guy wanted to say something not nice. He's a detective, and I think too much. Oh, that, yeah, I could see that causing you to be a light sleeper. I used I used to sleep pretty heavy until I had my kids, and I find I'm a much lighter sleeper than uh, I used to be. But now that they're getting older, and I think I'm more tired. Yeah, I know. I must be moving up in the world. I had one guy came in while I was talking to Evie, and he was just like, hi, keep up the good work. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I said hi to him. And then the next thing he said was, come visit my channel. So I just hid the message because I have the Streamlabs bot in there monitoring content, and now this other person come in and said something about a male genital part that obviously didn't I didn't let show through. You have strange sleep pattern. Well, I can stay up pretty late on the weekends, but when it comes to work, because of what I do, I have to not be tired. Today I made a mistake that I shouldn't have made. I I I went to type in somebody's email address and didn't pay attention that it was the wrong person and sent them. I mean, it wasn't a terrible thing that I sent them, but um, sent them something that I shouldn't have. But I know part of it was because, I was like, it was the end of the day. I was just trying to get stuff done, and I was just kind of worn out. Yeah, that's not nice, I know. Oh, I anticipate there will be a lot more of that kind of stuff. That's why I set up the Streamlabs bot like before I ever um, started testing out the stream, because I know how bad the trolls get in this game, much less all over YouTube. I actually find it mildly amusing because uh, I don't know, a lot of people react to it, and I just because I have Discord too, so I haven't I have yet to see anybody join the Discord. Of course, I say that, and those trolls probably will, and I'll have to ban them. But um, it's kind of funny because from the game into the Discord that I use for the game, I had one guy one morning, very early on a Saturday morning. I would get up at like 4 or 5 a.m., not on purpose, of course. And I think, oh, it's quiet. The house is quiet. I can get on the game and do a few things before we're all up running around doing stuff. And I was in Discord, and somebody joined my guild and hopped into the Discord. Didn't say anything, just posted a picture of a male member. I'm like, really? Is this something that you think people want to see first thing in the morning? So I didn't say anything to him. I just banned him and deleted the picture out of the thing and waited for my other guildies when they got on later. And I said, hey, you guys really should start getting up earlier because you were not able to handle this person. And they all laughed, and they're like, how did that happen? I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, people, I don't know. I guess they don't have anything better to do. I almost wish sometimes they'd come up with something really good. Put some effort into it. But they really don't. They want a quick piece of, um, I guess, attention. Probably the best way to put it. The good news is that means that my stuff is getting out there in the YouTube world, so that's not a bad thing. Because I have a lot of subs to go to get to that 1,000 mark. Like flashers here in the UK, I would say never mind, it'll grow when you are grown up. That's great. Like, yeah, we don't, I, you know what? I have not encountered a flasher since I was a kid. There was a guy in our neighborhood that would sit in a lawn chair in his driveway, just kind of with it hanging out, and it was that was kind of weird. And so we just started avoiding him. I don't know what the heck his purpose of that was, but because he never said anything to us or anything, but he just sat there like that. I don't know. Maybe he was crazy and didn't know what he was doing, but I've never actually seen a flasher here, so. Of course, that might be better than some of the things we see sometimes. Yeah, I don't know why they would want to do. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're looking for a good reaction. I don't know. I mean, do they honestly think somebody would proposition them off of that visual? Inadequates, yeah. I don't know. You have to wonder what runs through their head. I mean, I can understand like peeping toms and stuff. I watch a lot of ID shows, and you see how like these guys will start off as peeping toms, and then they start stalking the person, and it just continues to escalate. I actually can understand the peeping tom thing because teenage boys do that with girls in the locker room. I mean, not that I condone that, but I understand where that comes from. But like, seriously, to sit there and just walk out in the street and flash yourself, that's, just throw it all out there is kind of silly. Well, it does frighten many women and girls, sad in many a court case. Well, it is scary to look at, I will say that. I wouldn't be scared of it, but it's not the prettiest thing in the world to look at, so I don't know why they're trying to show that everywhere. I know, right? When when my husband and I uh started living together, well, not when we first started living together, but later on, I don't know, he has this thing about like not wearing anything, walking around the house, and I would just be like, why? Why do you do that? Like, I want to be in a t-shirt. Like right now, I'm in a t-shirt. I'm ready for bed. I'm in a t-shirt and I'm in a pair of pajama pants. So sweatpants, sweatshirt, t-shirt, pajama pants, sweatpants, whatever. I'm all good with that, but that's comfortable to me. And he wants to, let it all hang out. I'm like, nobody wants to look at that. But then when the kids came along, he didn't have a choice, so I had to start buying him pajama pants, so at least it's all covered up. I don't know what men think about that, though. Because most of the people I know, they're not interested in looking at that all the time. Socks and nothing else most unattractive in a man, right? Yeah, they need to at least have a Speedo on at the very least. Something. They need something covering it. Profound. Profound. The crown jewels. Yeah. It's like, well, There was an article. Yeah, proud. I knew what you meant. I was just wondering if that was an English word. I did not. I'm from a UK word that I was unaware of. I read an article one time about like this condition. There's a very small percentage of men have, but it's like, instead of being a normal size or even large, it's, extremely small. Kind of like the size of, no, yeah, spell check sucks. I, yeah, I try to turn that off every device I ever see it pop up on. Um, but it's like the size of an infant's or a very little boy's. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, yeah, right. Right. The size of an acorn. Yeah, kind of. Or a little bigger. Maybe I guess at the very most the size of a toddler boy's. But I mean, I do kind of feel bad for them, but I mean, goodness gracious. Nobody really wants to look at them. I know the boys are all proud of their stuff, but every girl I've ever talked to, like we all want to see a nice, looking guy in a Speedo or, a tight pair of blue jeans, or nobody ever says I want to see a completely naked guy. It's crazy. They're always checking to make sure it's, yeah, I think yeah, that and like baseball players. Oh my goodness. I remember when I was younger, because I played a lot of softball when I was a kid, and right, I agree, dressed is the best. And you watch these baseball players, and okay, surely the cameramen, of course, maybe that's the key word there, cameramen, um, know that they're getting ready to adjust themselves at the plate. Like, seriously, why do we have to zoom in on that? Who wants to watch that going on at a baseball game? But, when I was young, I swear I think my dad was the one that told me they're just trying to make sure it's still there. Which is kind of funny, actually. Well, it is time for me to go to bed. I really appreciate you coming by and keeping me company, though, for this last part. Cricket here, they polish. Oh, they polish the ball near their bits. Yeah, it's always something, isn't it? The sports, they're always doing something with it. But thank you very much for keeping me company. You're welcome anytime to join me. And I'm probably soon gonna start trying to do some videos. I actually have a couple of ideas for 2 different true crime things. It was very nice talking to you, Jennifer. And I know I'll see you around because I see you in other people. So hopefully you'll come back and visit sometime. And have a wonderful night. I'll catch you later. Bye.